Hi, everyone. Welcome back. It is Monday, March 9, and what a beautiful day in the neighborhood today. Everyone fighting to try to get out just for a few moments, if not a few hours, to enjoy what's been a beautiful start to the work week. That's short-lived. We've got showers late tonight, 3 or 4 o'clock in the a.m., and lasting 4 days throughout the majority of your forecast from here on out. Now, the good news is we're still going to see the 50s and 60s for daytime highs, but it's just not going to be nearly as pretty and certainly dry. After what was a beautiful Sunday, of course, yesterday, a shortened one with everyone setting their clocks up. Maybe not everyone as of yet. I'll leave that at that and see if you can figure that one out on your own. Took me a moment. With that said, we will spend, as I think you can very well expect, we'll spend some time tonight talking about the coronavirus, locally, on the state, and national levels as well. I've got something to discuss and share with you on each of those levels tonight. The numbers, of course, over the course of the weekend have significantly increased and had a significant impact on just about every facet of not necessarily our lives directly, but as a nation. And that's going to continue, I think, to be the pattern for the next few days or weeks or months, certainly. We'll have the latest from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, what they are planning locally right now to try to address the potential of it making its way into the viewing area in Magoffin County, and much more. Another top story tonight will be that of the story of a Magoffin County school system employee charged with menacing related to an incident involving a juvenile on a school bus. That employee has already made a court appearance, has already been let go from his position, and already pled guilty to the charge. I'll have that for you in just a few seconds. We'll have all of that, including an updated weather forecast calendar to start off this Monday, and more after our new Pet of the Week, and a few other words from a few other sponsors. Let them know you're watching every chance you get. Hey everybody, you've got to check out our Pet of the Week. This is Reuben. He is as cool as he is handsome. Reuben is an indoor cat that used to live in a home with 3 other kitties. He weighs about 7-8 pounds, and he's about a year, maybe 2 years of age. And if you would like to rescue this sweet boy or give him a forever home, please visit the Johnson County Animal Shelter or call 606-789-7387. Our Pet of the Week, sponsored by Dr. Tom Abel of Able Eyes in Lexington and at ableeyes.com.
At work, we do a lot of live shows with crowds. I used to sit up there and not really know who was looking at me. I was finally tired of contacts and glasses, tired of paying for contacts, and I just decided I need to get these eyes fixed. Able Eyes was great. If someone asked me if they should get LASIK, I would absolutely recommend it. At first, like many people, I'm hesitant, but after going to Able Eyes and they walk me through it, I know that it's a quick and painless process, and I recommend going to Able Eyes. They were the best.
Right now, you can take advantage of their lowest prices of the year at $1,800 per eye.
Don't drive or let your family drive in this or this before doing this. Stopping at Conley Tire in Staffordsville for brakes, oil, alignment, and of course, tires. Thousands of tires in stock every day to fit anything with 6 months no interest financing and over 33 years of quality service with a smile. Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Want to spend some more time enjoying the extra daylight this week and less time cooking and save money? Bring this coupon out of this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent into your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe and get $5 off a 16-piece family pack. That's 16 pieces of chicken any way you like it, 2 pints of mashed potatoes and gravy, 2 pints of coleslaw, and 8 buttery biscuits. $5 off. Get the coupon out of this week's Sagersville Independent and get to your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. If your spring projects include gravel, rock, sand, or drainage pipe, your dollar will go farther at Tomahawk Feed and Farm Supply here in Sagersville. It's always in stock and ready for pickup and delivery. And now there's 2 locations for all of your feed and farm needs. Tomahawk has the region's largest inventory and lowest prices on all pet and livestock feed, gates, fencing, and everything your farm needs. In Sagersville off 114 at Red Light number 3, and in West Liberty on Liberty Road behind the Ford store. Tomahawk Feed and Farm Supply. Magoffin County Heating, Cooling, and Refrigeration with professional, licensed, and certified commercial and residential service technicians that can maintain and repair all manufacturers with new and old installation and financing available. serving Magoffin, Morgan, Lawrence, Martin, Johnson, Floyd, and Breathitt counties. Magoffin County Heating, Cooling, and Refrigeration, 349-1058 or 225-6779. With decades of experience and happy customers all over Kentucky, All Pro Gutter Works and Construction is now proud to offer long-term and 0% financing on their home improvements and home construction. That's new windows and floors, new bathrooms and kitchens, new roofs, siding, decks and porches, new turnkey homes and offices, and of course, continuous guttering in 21 colors. Locally, family-owned and operated, and waiting on your next project and phone call. All Pro Gutter Works. Let's start with the coronavirus tonight on the local, state, and national level. Just some important information that we want to get out to you. I know that everyone knows a lot of information circulating. I've just tried to narrow down the scope of what appears to be most accurate and most pertinent to us here in the viewing area and the state of Kentucky tonight. And as I had left on Friday, the show was recorded a couple of hours earlier because I had a meeting, and it was just right after I left that the governor and the Department of Public Health announced Kentucky's first case, and since then, over the weekend, that number has increased by 3 additional new cases. Over the course of the weekend, Kentucky's Governor Andy Beshear had a press conference. He's had a couple since then, but revealing that first case was in the Cynthiana area in Harrison County, where that was the first of what would be a total of 4 cases since I saw you last to be confirmed here in Kentucky. He was encouraging people of Harrison County to practice social distancing, avoiding public gatherings, and also announcing that public schools in Harrison County will be closed all of this week as a result and as a response to that confirmation, of which there has now been 3 other cases confirmed here in the Commonwealth. And today, Governor Beshear, along with Department of Health officials, confirmed a total now of 4 Kentucky cases of COVID-19. There's been a bit of a shift as it is now being referred to as COVID-19 more so than the coronavirus, as there are different strains of the coronavirus, but COVID-19 being the most serious of which, and the one that is drawing so much concern. The governor says that of those 4 confirmed cases, only one of the 4 individuals was said to have traveled recently, which may or more than likely resulted in their exposure. And he also confirmed that the 2 Harrison County cases are connected, without elaborating as to how, but saying that they were connected, with the other 2 cases, in addition to the 2 out of Harrison County, one coming from Lexington and Fayette County, and one from Jefferson County. While it was also confirmed that one of the Harrison County cases was an employee at an area Walmart, and that first Harrison County case is an individual who's already showing some signs of improvement. So with all of the concern and all of the worry and fears, and yes, there is panic out there across the nation, healthcare providers are trying to make clear what the general public should and should not be doing as a result. We've seen all of the pictures, I believe you and I have, and witnessed firsthand, some of us as well, the empty shelves across stores here in the viewing area and across the state and nation, as everything from toilet paper to disinfecting wipes and Clorox and hand soap, they've all just disappeared, leaving stores bare. I don't expect that to change. However, there is a little more clarification, I think, being issued out there today on that front as far as who the individuals are that should most be putting back 2 weeks of supplies in regards to their medicines and other needs. But they're still, on top of all of that, reminding us of those simple things that we should all be doing. And of course, at the very, very top of that list, something that I'm saying we should all do much more than we do, and on a regular and routine basis, regardless of what's happening in our environment. Wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. And if you're going to use hand sanitizer as an alternative, just make sure it's at least 60% in alcohol. If you're going to disinfect and clean, disinfect the surfaces by spraying those surfaces and then cleaning, not using wipes. Wipes, just by the sheer process of using them, can spread germs from one surface to another. With the best advice, they say, is to get a disinfectant spray, apply it to the surface, let it stand for 2 or 3 minutes, and then wipe it off and remove it. And viruses like the coronavirus do not like humidity. So getting a humidifier to make sure that you have a humid environment will also help deter them. And altogether avoiding handshakes and even fist bumps now being suggested. A fist bump transmits virus or germs about a tenth of what a handshake does, but fist bumps still transmit germs and viruses, albeit in a smaller amount. So greeting someone might best be done with a simple nod of your head or hello. And nearly as important, if not as important as all of these, don't touch your face. Don't touch your eyes, don't touch your nose, don't touch your mouth, because you will inevitably touch something else as soon as you do. You just can't help it. And yes, it is still being recommended that people have, and I want to say people with clarification to come in just a few moments, have a 2-week supply of essential items. That being, of course, non-perishable foods, but also your medication, household supplies, toilet paper, soap, all of those being included. However, I think that, and I'm glad to see today that the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is clarifying that just a bit. I don't think it was intended that everyone needs to go out and have a 2-week supply of all that on hand, which a lot of folks are doing. In regards to that, the CDC does not expect most people to develop serious illness from the virus. The mortality rate in China of the coronavirus is around 3.5%. In other countries, including ours, it's expected to be well below 1%, meaning the majority of those with the infection will make a full recovery. Right now, the CDC is recommending that anyone 60 and over, or who has a compromised immune system, well, those are the folks who might want to consider a few things. And that means stocking up on some non-perishable food if you don't have someone who can get some for you, should you need to stay self-quarantined in your home. And those people are the ones who need to avoid anyone who is sick, and have a 2-week supply of medication, toilet paper, soap, disinfectants, and the like, and not necessarily the general public as of now. It has put a serious strain on the stores and supplies, and a lot of folks, of course, trying to gather those supplies, and it is causing a rather unique situation across the nation. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be using those things, should you have them, and hopefully you do, in your home, to try to make sure everyone is safe and healthy. They are simply saying do not panic, but still with over 500 cases and across the nation, experts are making it clear that now is likely a good time to prepare for a larger outbreak of the virus, one that may temporarily uproot Americans' daily lives. Nancy Messonnier, who is the director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Dr. Messonnier, says the likelihood of the virus continuing to spread is high, and there's essentially no immunity against it because it's a new virus. And many people in the United States will at some point, either this year or next, be exposed to the virus, and there's a good chance that many will become sick. Headlines, of course, the Dow has plummeted 2,000 points and then some today. It's the worst since 2008. 110,000 cases around the world. 3,800 people have died as a result. The University of Kentucky recommending that students, of course, not travel out of the country on their spring break and consider carefully their plans for traveling during spring break. Princeton University is on spring break, but saying when students come back for 2 weeks, well, don't come back. All classes will be online for 2 weeks after spring break at Princeton University after 6 cases confirmed in New Jersey. And then, of course, you have other states now just confirming, I think Tennessee and Ohio confirming their first 3 and 4 cases just as of today. The continuation, the numbers are going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to see the same trend. No one knows exactly where it is going to go, but everyone is they're all urging us to not panic, stay calm, and use common sense and wash our hands. I'll be right back. Our next headline is next.
Need an oil change? Are your brakes shot? Are you ready to turn the wick up on your diesel, or lift up and accessorize your 4x4, or get that dent fixed once and for all? Then call the professionals at Black Smoke Performance for all of your maintenance needs and auto body repair, from insurance collisions to full restoration projects. Black Smoke Performance on May Drive in Dixie of Sagersville, 3498785.
The
coverage you need when you need it most. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Creekside Stitching and Feed is the place to go for all of your custom embroidery needs. Shirts, caps, jackets, and more. And they've got the best prices on value-packed dog food, blue ribbon beef mix, kickin' chicken, and shell and cracked corn. And premium quality gates, hay rings, and bunk feeders, plus metal carports and garages as low as $1,400 installed. For all of your embroidery, feed, and farm supplies, Creekside Stitching and Feed. 1 mile up Bear Branch off of Route 30. At Sayersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sayersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sayersville National. Now, as we turn to local headlines, just one more thing real quickly on the coronavirus. I spoke with Superintendent of Schools Scott Helton earlier today, Public Health Director Pete Shepard, and others. Representatives from the city, from the county, from the school system, the health department, and healthcare providers are all meeting this Wednesday evening at the health department to develop a plan to respond and handle the situation should a case of coronavirus occur here in Sayersville and Magoffin County. That's this Wednesday evening. Thursday morning, also at the Health Department, the Local Emergency Planning Committee of Magoffin County will meet. There's going to be a webinar that's going to be conducted by the state, and the LEPC, as well as representatives that I just mentioned, will also be attending and discussing the same plan and preparation status. I will be at that Thursday morning meeting and have a report for you covering the local level on Thursday night's program. With that said, our next headline. A long-time Magoffin County School employee, bus driver, and bus driver trainer, William Blankenship, was charged by the Kentucky State Police on Thursday for actions related to a juvenile student while on his school bus. Blankenship has since made a court appearance earlier today, has since pled guilty and been fired after his initial suspension. Superintendent of Magoffin Schools Scott Helton issued a press release earlier today accompanied by the following interview with myself about the case involving Blankenship and the victim, who was or is a 17-year-old bus monitor.
Around 8:30, I was notified from a couple employees here at the district that we had a complaint on one of our bus drivers. The complaint came from one of our student bus monitors. This is the first year that we've actually allowed our senior students to monitor our Head Start students. And the situation at hand with this student was on the bus approximately 1 day and a half. The original bus monitor was off sick, so we had the student subbing. The original bus monitor was an adult. But we try to help out our students. This is a way that they can generate some money for their senior trips and things of that nature. And other districts around are doing the same thing. But this is our first year of allowing students to be bus monitors.
Superintendent Helton says that student bus monitors are only allowed to serve or work on buses with preschool and Head Start kids only, while the Kentucky State Police citation says that the 17-year-old described Blankenship as demonstrating, without touching, sexual encounters he had seen on his school bus before, which resulted in Blankenship being charged with menacing.
When we were notified of the incident, we contacted the Kentucky State Police at District 9, Post 9 in Pikeville. We also contacted Social Services. The Big Canadian Regional Social Worker was sent to the office along with a couple of state police who conducted part of their investigation here on site along with myself. And at that time, charges were brought against the individual, the bus driver, within the court systems of the Magoffin County courts. And as of today, he faced those charges in court and has pled guilty. The driver was immediately suspended Thursday, on the 5th at that time, and as of now, he is no longer an employee of the Magoffin County Schools.
The Kentucky State Police criminal complaint summons says that the 17-year-old juvenile bus monitor stated to officers that Thursday morning at around 6:15, after being picked up by Blankenship on his bus, he later turned into a church parking lot, turned off all the lights, and then turned off the bus itself, and then started to tell her about a sexual encounter between two students on his bus that he had put a stop to sometime previously. And then he got up from his seat and walked back to her seat and told her to lean back so he could demonstrate the act to her, putting his hands on the two seats that she sat between, leaning over the victim, demonstrating the act that he'd been describing. The victim telling police that she was unable to get up or get away during the incident and was in fear of imminent physical injury.
The number one thing that we want the people to know here, I can't give you out immediate and definite details on what happened because it was a minor involved. But anytime it comes to children, I want the people to know we don't tolerate that. Our number one job here, besides educating the children, is keep our children safe. And I'll do everything I can to try to maintain that.
Blankenship pled guilty to that single count of menacing earlier today in the Magoffin County Justice Center and was sentenced to 90 days in jail. That sentence was probated for a period of 2 years, in which he is ordered to have complete lawful behavior, break no laws, and have no contact with the victim. Here's tonight's Magoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar. First, don't forget, Sayersville Grade School has kindergarten registration ongoing right now and until the end of March, which will be here before you know it. To register, call 349-3411. Also a reminder, the Water into Wine Food Pantry at the Lakefront Church of God will be distributing this Wednesday, 9 till noon. They do each Wednesday of the month, 9 till noon, except for the last Wednesday of the month when it is, I think, from 4 to 6. Also, commodities will be given out Thursday, the 19th of this month. And the free health fair is this week at the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center in the Senior Citizen Center at the gym. It's hosted by the seniors, but it's free and open to the public of all ages. Healthcare providers, healthcare checks, they hope that you'll stop by. And I hope that you'll use our calendar anytime you have a birthday, anniversary, or a special announcement like you just heard. They're always brought to you by Magoffin Farm Bureau, while our funeral service announcements are nightly brought to you by the Magoffin County Funeral Home, who says that services were held yesterday for 88-year-old Kathleen Boland Howard of Lick Creek Road, who passed away on the 6th, preceded in death by her husband Shelby Howard. She survived by her son Wallace Howard and daughter Geraldine Gamble. Services once again held yesterday. Services were held earlier this afternoon for 86-year-old Patsy Howard Poe of Old Burning Fork Road. She passed away on the 6th, survived by her husband Kenneth, son Dwight Poe, and daughter Kimberly Poe Howard. Once again, services held earlier today. And 74-year-old Marshall Martin Conley of Horsepen Road passed away last week, the son of the late Raymond and Beatrice Conley. He's survived by sisters Sally Patrick, Barbara Chandler, and Sudell Alt. The family will receive guests tomorrow after 4 in the afternoon, and a memorial service will begin later on at 6 from the Sayersville Funeral Home, also tomorrow. Has spring ever arrived at the seasonal shop? If you're tired of those gray, rainy days, you need to come in because the shop is filled wall to wall with spring arrivals. The new Charlie Page spring line is filled with beautiful colors, prints, and styles for everyone. They've got accessories for every occasion, new jewelry, bags, and shoes. And spring is the perfect time for some redecorating or adding a few new accessories to your home. And their home decor is some of the most beautiful they've ever had. Farmhouse, traditional, equestrian, rustic, they have it all. So come into the shop and let them help you add to your home. And remember, they also offer wedding and baby registry and free local delivery at the seasonal shop in downtown Sayersville.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
It can be one of the hardest parts of being a parent. You can beg them, bribe them, hold them down and try to force them, and sometimes you still can't get them to take their medicine. Well, problem solved at Parkway Pharmacy with Flavor X. Let your kids customize their medicine with some of the best flavors that really do taste great, and it's totally free with your child's prescription at Parkway Pharmacy. So stop the suffering, theirs and yours, for free, and get your Flavor X flavored medicines at Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville. Lastly, this Monday, your Licking Valley RACC Outlook, which doesn't look anything like today did. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, southwesterly winds, a little bit breezy out there. Now, we do have a 30% chance of showers, but it's not until after 3 a.m., so I'm just going to say mostly cloudy and breezy this evening. 3 to 23 mile per hour winds and a low of 54 degrees. Pretty mild out there. Been a beautiful, beautiful Monday. Everyone, I think, fighting for a chance just to try to get out and feel a little of it. Tomorrow, we have the 60s. We have the 60s in town for days, but you're not going to want to get out and enjoy them so much. That 30% chance of showers tonight increases a 90%. It's going to rain tomorrow. There's just no way around it. As far as rainfall amounts, a tenth to a quarter of an inch, I think, tomorrow for most everyone. Not a big weather maker, but we'll see southwesterly winds 9 to 30, 31 miles per hour possibly with those showers tomorrow. Your Tuesday daytime high 63. Tomorrow night we should fall down to about 46 with a continued chance of some showers under what will be mostly cloudy skies for the rest of your Tuesday. Midweek, Wednesday, mid chances. 50%, not a very good segue. A 50% chance of showers over the course of Wednesday morning and afternoon. Cloudy, still holding on to the low 60s again with lighter southwesterly winds. Maybe 5-6 miles per hour on average, so not near as breezy Wednesday as it will be tonight and across all of your Tuesday. So 63, 44, 50% chance of rain Wednesday. Thursday, climbing a little bit temperature-wise with the help of some sunshine. A 40% chance of showers mainly after 11 o'clock Thursday, but partly sunny and 66 degrees. Nighttime lows around 50. Shower chances will wane Thursday early, but they'll increase Thursday night. Showers will return, and then they will return on into your Friday as well. Some AM showers. They should be gone by mid-afternoon, leaving us with partly sunny conditions. 61 for your Friday. Nighttime lows will not stick around in the 50s for thereafter. 39 Friday night. Shower chances return again Friday night. After a little sun during the day on your Friday, showers late Friday night, and for the weekend, right now, cooler as well. 54 cloudy, a 60% chance of showers on your Saturday. Upper 50s Sunday, still clouds, still showers above. And I think that's how we're going to start off next week, this time on Monday. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow night for more of Your News Today. Enjoy the rest of a beautiful Monday evening.